Aloha everyone, my name is Dean. I'm the Executive Director here at Imua Family Services. Imua is the Hawaiian word that means to move forward. And that's what we do here every day. We try and help children move forward, even if it's just one step at a time, to help them reach their full potential in life. So, as you know, our Imua Inclusion Preschool is temporarily on a little bit of a break, and many of your preschools and schools are also on a break, so everybody's at home. So we thought we would bring Circle Time into your home to share with you. So Circle Time is, really something that's been going on forever and ever and ever, really since the beginning of people gathering around in a circle, maybe around the fire, or cooking food together, telling stories, young people and older people, children and their aunties and uncles and tutus, all coming together and sharing songs and dances together. And that's what we do in Circle Time in preschools today. It helps children grow both socially and emotionally and gives them the tools that they need to start their learning process. So here we are in our Circle Time at Imua Inclusion Preschool. I'm here with Miss Lynn, our preschool teacher, and also we have a very special guest with us. Her name is Ashley Rhodes-Courter, but we'll call her Miss Ashley today. She is a social worker, a clinical social worker, and she's the author of, two books that I know of, 3 Little Words and 3 More Little Words. And she lives in Florida, which is quite far away from where we are in Hawaii, on the other ocean over there, the Atlantic Ocean. And she is an advocate for children and for children's causes all around the world. She's very important to children everywhere. And so, Ashley, welcome to Imua Family Services and our Circle Time here today.
Aloha, friends. Thank you for having me.
Hello, I'm Kai, and this is our friend Malia. Hello, I'm Malia. Hi, Miss Ashley. So we
So
have...
happy to be with you.
Yeah, we're glad you're here too. I thought, Ashley, maybe you could start by introducing yourself to everybody, and then we have some questions for you, because there's something that's been going on in the world, everywhere, that a lot of people have questions about, and children are wondering what's going on. Some of them have very different feelings and emotions around the subject, which is, of course, this COVID-19 virus. And so we thought we'd ask you some questions about that. But we thought first maybe you would take a minute or two to introduce yourself to us.
Of course. Well, my name is Ashley Rhodes-Courter. As was said earlier, I live in Florida, and my passion is helping children and families. I myself grew up in foster care, which means that I didn't always have a stable place to live when I was little. And I was eventually adopted when I was 12 years old. And part of my experiences as a kid inspired me to spend my adult life helping other kids learn to overcome whatever situations they're in, because I believe that kids are so mighty and so powerful. And sometimes we get really big feelings, or sometimes we get scared or worried, and we feel like we can't control the things that are happening around us. But it's my job as a social worker to make sure that kids grow to be resilient, which is a word that means overcoming and beating the odds and being the best version of yourself that you possibly can be. So I'm so excited to be with you today to talk about a really important issue. Sometimes it's really difficult to find the words to explain our feelings, or when we see really big changes happening around us and we don't know what's going on. That can feel really confusing, but it's also super important that you talk about these feelings and find an adult that you trust and you care about to ask the questions about what's going on in the world. Because even though a topic might seem like a really big deal or just way too complicated, there is always an age-appropriate way to talk to kids about even the most extreme of circumstances. And as we just heard, all over the world, there are schools that are closed and families that are staying at home, and you may not be able to do the things that you regularly do, but this is something that our entire globe is experiencing right now. And this is the first time in my lifetime that anything like this has ever happened. So it's new and we're all figuring it out together. But I want all the kids listening to remember that the adults in our lives are working really hard behind the scenes to make sure that you stay safe and loved and protected. And I'm here to answer some of the other questions that you might have about what's going on in the world right now.
Oh, thank you so much, Miss Ashley. I like that word resilience. That's a good word, resilience. But I do have some questions. Can I ask you? My first question is, why do we have to stay home?
Wow. You heard a word earlier called COVID-19.
Yeah.
COVID-19, 19. So this is a word that is short for coronavirus disease 2019. So you may have heard COVID-19, maybe you've heard the word coronavirus. Well, coronavirus has been around before, but this particular type of the virus is proving to be like something we've never seen before. And it is making a lot of people sick. The interesting thing is that kids don't seem to be as impacted by this virus as adults, especially older adults. And I'm 34, and my kids were like, whoa, mommy, you better be careful because you're like super old. And we've heard that this is really bad for old people. Those silly kids of mine. But
Yeah.
we are staying home right now because there is a global pandemic, which means the entire world is experiencing COVID-19 and the coronavirus. And it's something that is very contagious. Contagious means that you can catch it really easily. So right now, we're all staying at home in an effort to try to stay as healthy as possible and make sure that we're not sharing germs with other people, because if they were to get the coronavirus, it could make them pretty sick.
Oh, wow, thank you. Miss Lynn, since everybody's staying at home, and we have a special guest with us, should we sing the welcome song to everybody?
Oh, yeah, we need to share that with Miss Ashley.
Yeah, we didn't sing welcome song to
Miss Ashley, do you want to hear our welcome song?
I would love to hear the welcome song.
Kai, Malia, you're going to have to teach it to her.
you. Okay.
Alright? And everyone at home, you're going to have to teach Miss Ashley the songs and the word. Okay, Makau Kau?
Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? How are you today? I think we should do it in Hawaiian to share it with Miss Ashley since she's so far away.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay, are you ready?
Hawaiian.
Aloha, pehea oi. Aloha, pehea oi. Aloha, pehea oi. Aloha, pehea oi.
Oh, that's good.
Kai, do you want to choose another language?
Spanish?
Spanish. How do you say hello in Spanish?
Hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo está?
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás hoy? Okay, Malia, it's your turn to choose. What language?
French.
French.
Yes.
Okay.
Oui.
Bonjour, ça va? Bonjour, ça va? Bonjour, ça va? Ça va aujourd'hui? We had a special request from Winter, our friend at home. Hi, Winter.
Hi, Winter.
She said German.
German.
Right.
Good.
Do you guys remember German?
No.
Guten Tag, wie geht's dir?
Guten Tag, wie geht's dir?
All right.
Okay.
Guten Tag, wie geht's dir? Guten Tag, wie geht's dir? Guten Tag, wie geht's dir? Guten Tag, wie geht's dir?
Oh, that's good. Hey, I know one we should teach Miss Ashley.
Which one?
Pigeon.
Pigeon.
I bet she's never heard pigeon.
I don't think. Ask Miss Ashley. Do you know what pigeon is?
I have no idea. Teach me.
Okay. Are you ready, Kai?
Yeah.
Ho-bra, how's it? Ho-bra, how's it? Ho-bra, how's it? Ho-bra, how you stay?
That's good. That's good.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I have more questions.
Oh, Malia, what's your question?
Well, I was kind of wondering why, even if we have to stay home, why can't I play with my friends?
Oh.
They don't come over to my house to play anymore.
Right. So right now, everyone is staying home, and we are trying to be sure that we don't get our friends and our family sick, because everybody has all kinds of different germs. But right now, our homes are the safest place for us because we're around a familiar setting. But we would hate to be with our family members or our friends and somebody gets sick, because germs are so easily spread. But luckily, there are still ways for you to stay in touch with your friends and the people that you love. So talk to an adult, your parents, your caregivers, and see if through the internet or an email or even writing letters. My kids have been writing letters and drawing pictures to their friends, and they are very sad that they're not in school, but we've been finding ways for them to stay in touch with the people that they care about through pictures and letters and cell phones, sending pictures. But my favorite is writing letters and sending them in the mail to our friends and family.
Oh, that's good. I have a question. Why are people wearing funny masks on their face everywhere I see? Because I think the masks are scary looking.
That's a really great question. You might also see people wearing gloves, because guess what?
What?
Where do we spread the most germs? Our mouths and our hands. What do they teach you in school? We always, before and after you eat, when you use the restroom, if you're outside and you've gotten really dirty, what's that thing they have you do with your hands?
I know. You gotta wash your hands. Wash your hands.
Yes, washing your hands, because there is so much living on your hands all day, every day. But right now with COVID-19, some people might have a few extra germs on their hands that we definitely don't want to be sharing with our friends and family. So something that you can do at home to be a huge help is to wash your hands. And I'm pretty sure I heard there are some really fun songs and ways that you've been taught how to wash your hands at school. I think we're going to do the washing hands song later. But other really great ways to stop spreading germs is, how about when you sneeze or cough?
Yeah.
What happens when you sneeze and cough?
You're supposed to cover your face or your
Perfect.
nose. Mm-hmm.
Exactly, because there's so many germs that just explode out of your mouth when you cough or you sneeze. So what you want to do is cough or sneeze into a tissue and throw the tissue away and wash your hands, or also cover your mouth with your elbow, or make sure that we are not just spraying our germs all over the people that we love. So kids, in this whole situation, you have the power to stay healthy by washing hands, getting enough sleep. I know sometimes it's hard to fall asleep if you're feeling anxious or worried, but the best thing you can do to fight the coronavirus, COVID-19, any germs, stay healthy and practice really good habits that are going to keep you safe and keep the people that you love safe.
Wow. One thing I've noticed is, and I've heard my parents say, is that they feel stressed and worried, but I don't know what that means.
Stress and worry. When we think about those kinds of feelings, you might see a face that looks kind of like, or maybe a face that's like, ooh, but remember, we don't want to touch our faces or put our hands in our faces and spread germs, but these are feelings that come about because all of us are living in uncertain times. There are even doctors and scientists who are working around the clock trying to find solutions